you're seeing those hand combinations come at you, being able to, one, dodge and block those hand combinations is important, but even more so, you should also be working on how to counter those, okay? Now, if you don't know what that counter is, a counter is when you are blocking or dodging, you're avoiding getting hit, and then at the same time, you are also throwing a strike back at them, okay? So think about earlier when that person was throwing a back fist at our head, okay? What we want to do is we want to outward block that back fist coming at the back of our head here. Now, as I block it, just like before, I'm leaving an opening right here, but at the same time, when they're throwing that back fist, they are also leaving that same opening. So if I react quickly, I can block their back fist and throw my reverse punch and strike them, okay? So when I'm here, I do that block, I do that reverse punch, and then I want to tuck everything back in tight because they are still trying to follow up, and I want to make sure I'm covering my body up. So when I'm here, I'm light on my feet, okay, I would see them come in, and I would reset, and I want to move back a little bit because they're still coming forward. I don't want to get run over by that person. So again, I'm light on my feet, they would strike at me, I would throw that counter and come right back in, okay? Now that counter could be used with any block. It doesn't have to just be an outward block. If they're throwing a reverse punch at my body, my counter might start with a push down and then follow up with a reverse punch to the head. Or if it's like a roundhouse kick to the body, it might be a parry and then reverse punch just like that. So it's the same counter. It's called a defensive reverse punch, and it can start with any type of block, okay? So make sure as you guys are practicing, you're working that reverse punch timing off of many different strikes, okay? That person that's attacking you, they're not just gonna throw the same move every single time. They have a variety of techniques they're gonna throw, so you have to have a variety of ways of countering using that reverse punch. All right, work that counter, guys. All right, another great counter that you guys should be using when you guys spar is a defensive side kick. Okay. Now with our defensive reverse punch, we were blocking and countering with this one. This time, instead of blocking their strike, we're just going to dodge that strike. So let's imagine right now they're throwing a back fist at our head, maybe a reverse punch at our body. What we're gonna do to dodge that strike is we're going to be stepping away from them. And as I step, very important, I wanna turn my toes backwards. I wanna lean my body and turn my body away from them. This is gonna get me as far away from that hand strike coming as possible. So when I'm here, count 1, I step, turn, lean. Count 2, I'm gonna take my front leg and I'm gonna side kick right to their body. And this will nail all the time because as they're throwing their strikes, they are giving you that opening. So as they throw that back fist, boom, you set that side kick up right to their body. So when I'm here, I'm light on my feet, they got nice and close to me, I step, turn, lean, side kick, and then I reset in a good sparring stance at the right distance so that they cannot continue striking. So I'm gonna go full speed this time. So I'll be here, they got it nice and close, pop, reset back up. One more time, I'm here, they got it nice and close, pop, and reset. Awesome, work that defensive side kick. All right, so another counter that you guys can use is gonna be your defensive roundhouse kick, This one works really, really well on someone who's coming at you with a sliding roundhouse kick as well. Now you have to make sure that as they throw that sliding roundhouse kick, we kind of worked on it with a defensive reverse punch. You block it and then you'd strike back with your reverse punch. This time, you're gonna block it. And since their distance is still gonna be a little bit farther away, your counter is going to be a roundhouse kick back. So I'd be light on my feet. They throw their round kick. As soon as my hand would touch their leg to block it, I'm gonna pop a round kick right back up to their body, okay? So I'd be light on my feet. They throw their sliding roundhouse kick. I'm gonna check, pop a roundhouse right to the body. So full speed, I'm here, just like that. Or it could be and kicking up to the head. But the goal on that one is to be super quick. Get that timing correct. As soon as your hand hits their leg, it's like a trigger, and it sets your leg to fire off. So I'd be here, as soon as it hits, boom, my kick comes right up, right to that body or right to that head for that count. All right.